How's it going, everybody? So happy New Year. I hope everybody has had a great holiday season and all that good stuff. What I'm hoping to do is one of the goals that I'd like to have for the next year is getting these YouTube things back on track, starting with the live streams. And if you guys aren't already following me on Facebook or Twitter, the links are at the very bottom of the screen there. You can check those out. I'd recommend following them. That way I can let you guys know. I'm planning on getting live streams anyway every Thursday, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you have no idea what that is or when that is, just follow me there at those two, either Facebook or Twitter, like I said, and I'm going to try to keep it up to date for everybody. And so next week, starting on Thursday, we should be back in the game. And right now, what I'm working on is actually a personal project called Guildborn, and I'll leave a link at the bottom in the description as well if you guys want to check it out. There's nothing really on the Guildborn website just yet, but if you go to my website, jonathanrector.com, I just posted a little bit of an article talking very briefly about this. However, what my artist buddies and friends out there that are watching this might dig is I added some sketches and concept art for the project, which is basically what this is here. And the idea behind the project, it's a fantasy book. I'm still kind of tossing around the story. I don't want it to be anything mind-blowing, nothing too crazy, but just fun, something that I can hammer out relatively quickly, but have a blast doing it. And that's the whole point of this. And this is why you can kind of, if you notice the style I'm using, it's almost a chibi, manga, anime, cartoony look, not necessarily what I normally do my stuff in. And we'll have the big heads on the characters and stuff like that. And all this right here is just character design. What I'm going to show you too is after this is the rough pencil, or no, this is the type pencils. And what we're going to jump after this is the coloring. And I'll show you some of the stuff I do for grabbing like a color palette for the character. All that fun stuff. But yeah, all this stuff here, this is Manga Studio 5. Just work with the pencils. I'm still determining whether I want to do this kind of look here for the finished book or if I want to actually ink it. I'm not sold on either one. The penciling is quicker and stuff like that, but kind of talking in regards of speed, why the characters look the way they do and stuff. Being able to do all like a personal project on top of all the work that I'm already doing is pretty daunting, and it's too much work. But doing something like this doesn't take too long. I believe just this image alone took about 40 minutes to an hour total with the color and everything. And that's not a gloating thing or anything. It's just it's much faster. I'm not rendering. I'm not really adding shading. Right now I'm just adding line weights, a little bit of rendering there, but it's not nothing too crazy. But yeah, so after here, we're going to take it into Photoshop. We're going to start slapping on the colors and all that good stuff. Just trying to think what else I could talk to you guys about here. Yeah, so stuff like that, where it's just like shading under the neck. Very simple stuff. Now, there's a lot of detail in there. It might look a little bit like, I just said, why would I want to keep this stuff kind of simple, which is what I do want to do. But some of the little minute details, like they don't take that much effort to do, like little pouches that the characters got and stuff. But right now I'm adding like a gray tone underneath it before I start adding the flat colors. First I like to use like a purplish blue. This one looks actually pretty purple for the shadow. And what you saw before this was a website that I went to. I'll leave the link in the underbar as well. I forget the address. But what's really cool about that is you can look for a picture on the internet, upload a picture that's got some really cool colors or a color scheme that you want. And for this character, her name's Sunjet. It's a play on sunset, not a very creative play, but it is. So I wanted to look for something like a sunset picture that's got a lot of color in it, and I found it. It was like that blue sky with like the red sun just setting underneath it. And I'm going to, what I do is that website, what it does is it generates a color palette based off of whatever you upload, which is awesome. I've been using a lot of that. It adds like a harmony to to your picture, and I'm not the world's best colorist. I'm still trying to learn all the ropes and stuff. So something like that helps big time. And not being able to understand 100% color theory just yet because I'm still learning it. Stuff like that gives me a little edge to get sort of the look that I'm looking for. And I open up a second window on the right there for Photoshop. Normally that window would be on my second monitor, the smaller one. That way I can see what you guys are seeing right now. But I figured I'd put it on the same screen so you guys can. I'm zoomed in a lot, so it's difficult for you guys to see when I'm just throwing shadows in and stuff. But here you saw right there, you know, this is fantasy, so she doesn't have to be brown or, you know, skin color. So she looks a little reddish purple, almost a bright burgundy kind of color. And this is where it gets really cool. Now I'm going to start throwing some contrasting colors like the lips there, just that blue. And these are, you can see the two colors that I'm playing with. Really, they are a bluish purple into a reddish purple, and it looks really cool. But anyway, yeah, I would definitely recommend checking that site out if you guys are looking to like throw some color down on your own work. I don't know how practical it would be for full-blown scenes and stuff, but it's really cool. Basically, what you're doing is you're just picking colors only from there. You're not allowed to go and take colors from anything else. I do break that sometimes, like for a silver, like right there with a gray. There was no gray in that picture. Some colors, once they start to fade into each other, they start to turn into different colors. So an example like that would have been if I'd had a lot of pale yellow and pale blue. You might even be able to put a pale green in there, and because of the colors around it, it might actually look gray. And the purpose of this exercise here is just like an actual character design test. It's not, I don't even know if this character will be used. There's a lot of, just check out the article that I posted on my website. I talk a little bit about what I'm doing with this kind of stuff. It's just to keep it fun, keep it loose, keep, you know, generating ideas for the book, and start scripting after that. I have a general idea in my mind of where I would like to go with the book. You know, and the other side of it too is most of it, I can pretty much guarantee that it's not going to be colored. And so work like this is kind of pointless, but it's more for me, just in case, you know, like I'd probably want a colored cover and, you know, stuff like this. It's good to work out now, and then I can kind of look at the character and see if I like the way it looks, right? So there I'm just taking that shadow layer and making it multiply. And then I mess with the opacity just a little bit just to see how I like it. Then I make a color balance layer here, and I just move it around a bit until I start seeing some more harmony in the colors. But that should be it for the video. Appreciate you guys' time. So yeah, stick around. I'll let you guys know about the live streams and all that good stuff. Take care, keep reading comics, keep making comics.